Alright guys, we are getting into solving two-step equations. So this is on page 6 in your packet. Take notes along with me. Alright, so when solving two-step equations, first we're either going to add or subtract. And secondly, we either multiply or divide. More commonly, we divide, but there are cases where we need to multiply to solve. And then lastly, we check, but I'll just get rid of that. So the goal of solving these types of equations is still to isolate the variable or get the variable by itself. So solve and check. We have 2x plus 3 is equal to 9. You're going to circle the variable, draw the line down from the equal sign, and again, the first thing we do is add or subtract. In this case, we have to subtract 3 from both sides. 3's cancel out. We get 2x is equal to 9 minus 3 is 6. Then now we have a one-step equation where we've learned how to do this from here, circle variable, draw the line down. To solve this, you would divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 3. Alright, example 2. Circle the variable, draw the line down, add or subtract first. We're going to subtract 9 from both sides. 6y is equal to negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. And then we get to this step here. This is our second step because it's a two-step equation. Divide both sides by 6. We pick 6 because it's the number in front of the variable. And y is equal to negative 2. Okay, example 3. Circle the variable, draw the line down from the equal sign. You're going to subtract 5 from both sides. You're always subtracting the constant. You never want to subtract, add, whatever, the number with the variable. That's the one you leave by itself. You do not add or subtract that. That comes in your second step. So we get negative 2/3 a is equal to 5. And then from here, negative 2/3 is in front of a, so we're going to divide by negative 2/3. Oops. Cancels out. A is equal to, let's see, I have to do this out. 15 over 2, which is 7.5, so negative 7.5. Okay. All right, and last example that I have for you is, again, circle the variable, draw the line down. We're adding or subtracting first. So here's an example. We've had to subtract every time, but remember, you're always doing the opposite operation. So since that's subtraction, we're going to add. So add 8. That cancels out. 3.4b is equal to 40.8. And then divide both sides by the number in front of the variable, which is 3.4. B is equal to, I don't know how to use it. 40.8 divided by 3.4. Oh, is 12. Cool. So B is equal to 12. So again, I know some of you say I go really fast in this. That's because I don't want you to sit there and watch something for a long time. So if you need to, pause, write the notes down, try to understand what I'm doing. I would love to teach full class, but that doesn't work in our class because too many people are disruptive and distracting. So until we can figure that out, this is how we're going to learn the lessons. So what I want you to do right now is to do these practice problems, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They all look very similar to the examples 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you're having trouble, you got to look back and try to solve those, or try to use those examples to help you solve these questions. Okay, and then when you're done with that, continue to practice or check with me. Maybe I'll check your answers to make sure they're right. And then on the back, you have questions to do as well. You can pick and choose. Let's say there's 2, 4, 10 questions. Pick 5. And when you're done with those 5 that you choose that you want to do, come see or raise your hand and I can come and check to see if they're right. All right, good luck.